pro YouTube. Olá, YouTube. I'm Ricardo. I'm a host for today, and I expected to talk a little bit about the fear, imposter syndrome, other debilitating feelings. And well, we are here and working a platform. It's called Talk and Talk. It's a language platform. We could learn or practice English and the other language too, as Chinese, German, and the Spanish. So let's start. Let me put, I believe that is enough for 5 people on the same room. I believe it's not necessary breakout rooms. And let me put the questions on the chat. Let me see. I don't know what happened. I don't know why the chat don't show in my screen. The last immersion, I have problems to share a screen. I'm sorry because just a fresh new in the as a host and talk, but I don't know why this option is not show for me.
I can put the questions for you if you want.
Thanks a lot for your help. Thanks.
Just 1 minute.
Well, I believe that is necessary introduce ourselves just a little bit for helping in the know each other and try to introduce English in our lives. So I'm Ricardo. I live at São Vicente, is the first city of Brazil. And I love watching movies, TV shows, and hang out with my friends and the family. And Leticia, could you tell me a little bit about you?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Letícia. I'm 20 years old. I live in Barueri, São Paulo. I am at the college, and in my free time, I like to read, listen to music, or I don't know, going out and new other places. That's it.
Thanks, Leticia. Your English is rock. And you, Nayara, could you tell me something about you?
Yes, for sure. Good morning, everyone. I am Nayara, and I am 30 years old. I live in Joinville, Santa Catarina. And I am married. I don't have kids, but I have one dog, and I love my dog. My dog called Athena. It's like my daughter. And about my professional life, I work as a financial analyst in a multinational company. And in my free time, I like to study English, and I like to go out with my husband, with my dog. I like to travel, and yeah, I think it's that about me.
Great. And wonderful place in the English level too. And you, my friend Elian.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Eliam. I am 22 years old. I'm live in Campina Grande, Paraíba. I like to travel and play games and about my profession. Como é que eu posso dizer? Minha jornada profissional sobre, como é que eu posso dizer, sobre parte de profissional.
Professional life?
Yeah. My professional life, and I am product designing
Great.
That's it.
Great. Campina Grande. Could be someday participate in the great festival in your city. That's a wonderful. And the last not least, Jessica, please, could you tell me something about you?
Yeah, good morning, guys. I am Jessica. I am 22 years old. I live in Valparaíso, is near Brasilia. In my free time, I like to read books, listening music, podcasts, and go out and hang out with my family, my friends. I think that's all.
Perfectly, Jessica. And a pleasure. Well, let's start. Let me read the question number 1. What are some common manifestations of fear in individuals and how does it affect their behavior and decision-making processes? Well, fear is a common feeling every single person in our world feel or will fear uh, will feeling will feel this feeling fear is part of our lives every day. Is possible for everyone feel this kind of feeling and but the problem is how or how far how long this kind of feeling block our movements or attitudes. I believe that is the most important thing. Is there are some people that I don't want to feel this feeling. It's not possible. It's necessary. You could be a little reasonable and try to avoid. It's not possible. But the main idea is uh, who control who. What's mean is the field domain our mind or not. So there are some opportunities in our lives to improve this side. But yeah, I believe that's in continue on these immersions. I hope that receive more tips about you. And Junayara, could you tell us something?
Yes, I agree with you. I believe that fear is not completely bad because fear it's our body's self-protection mechanism. So when you feel afraid, you want to prevent something bad from happening to you. So I believe that feelings have their benefits and harms. So it's important to have this balance, not letting the fear stop you. And for example, if you need to give a presentation like here or in your job, it's important to prepare yourself before the presentation. So I think if you find the right tools to, I don't know, to study and to breathe, it's important to calm down and think in what you want to say before to say the things. Yes, I think we have several techniques to deal with fear, and I believe that it's important to feel this sensation, because
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it's not possible not to be afraid of anything in this
Yeah.
world. But it's important to prepare yourself and know more about yourself. When you know your body and your mind, you can control your feelings. It's
Yeah.
not totally control, but you feel more prepared for the different situations that we have during the day.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. Just a little curiosity about this topic. You talk about presentation. According to some researchers, the people feel more fear about the presentations than death. The people have more fear than presentation than death. Is according to some researchers. And you, my friend Elian, could you tell me something about it? Your mic is muted, my friend.
I'm not understanding the one.
The question number one?
primeira frase, yeah.
Yeah, no problem, my friend. Fala alguma coisinha sobre como são as manifestações, como que você lida com essa questão do medo e como ele
Uhum.
afeta a sua vida na tomada de decisões, né? Quando você vai tomar alguma decisão, o quão você é afetado pelo medo, né? Sinta-se à vontade para falar em português ou em inglês, não tem problema.
Tá, no momento eu vou embarcar no português normal,
Tudo bem, amigo.
perdão. E,
Não tem problema, não precisa pedir perdão nenhum.
tranquilo. Sobre essa questão, a primeira em si, o primeiro passo é sempre o mais difícil, então, para mim, tipo, isso aqui é muito assim, muito difícil, ainda mais quando a gente é um pouco introspectivo, então é bem complicado. Já tive as oportunidades assim de continuar e até para seguir mesmo, foi assim, principalmente na última experiência que eu tive, digo mais ao lado profissional. Então, como eu falei, o primeiro passo é mais difícil, mas isso sempre a forma que eu tenho é embarcar mesmo assim com medo, e até se tá com medo vai mesmo. Então, queira ou não, embora ele seja um empecilho em alguns momentos, mas eu costumo hoje encarar ele de frente. Então, não costumo muito, como é que eu posso dizer, deixar ele me vencer de fato. Queira ou não, tem
Perfeito.
processo de decisões que ele em si toma, então é um pouco complicado, mas a minha forma de lidar é dessa forma, encarando o medo, digamos, frente a frente mesmo.
É. Você demonstrou muita coragem, participar de uma imersão, falar sobre esse assunto. Tem muita gente que não tem essa capacidade, essa força naquele momento. Então, tá de parabéns, Eli.
Obrigado.
Letícia, please, could you tell me something?
So I agree with all of us, and I think that we can see fear as a fuel, because if I'm fear of something, it's a signal that something matters to me, you know. If I don't care about something, I'm not going to feel fear about that thing, you know. And of course, it's uh, a negative thing in some situations, because about my experience, when I'm scared of something, I feel stagnate. It's complicated to make a decision when I'm scared of something. And I don't know, I think it's curious, the thing that you say, that people have more fear of presentations that, because that is a certain thing, you know. We are scared of uncertain things, and it's interesting, but it's natural. And I think the way is not try to avoid fear, because we are fighting to a bigger thing than us, you know. But deal and know that's natural, and it's not a I forgot the word, defeito. No, that's
Facts.
it. Yeah.
Just another curiosity, né? More than 90% of concerns and fears never happens in our lives, né? So it's an important feeling. And you, Jessica?
Yeah, guys, I agree with all of you. I think to me, common manifestation of fear is like shaking hands or feel like I'm sweating, and but I try to handle with the situation at my best. I think the most important thing is not to avoid the feeling, but not let this hold you back. And I have experience with this, trying to speak in public situation. Like when I was in my TCC doing my essay, my presentation, I was so afraid. I was so freaking out in the moment. So to me, I like to put in some music that relax me, that make me feel good and brings me good memory. And then I can enter in the room and not thinking about any other thing, just the music and let the things keep doing. So this helped me a lot.
Yeah, great, Jessica. It's almost a foreigner talking, a natural English talking.
No, no,
Please,
no.
could you read and answer the question number two, please?
Yeah. Okay, two.
Thanks.
How do you society expectations and pressures contributed to the development of the impostor syndrome, and what strategies can you individuals employ to overcome it? Um, I think when we talk about expectation and pressures, I feel like social media play a big role in your lives, because I feel like everyone is facing the kind of pressure that we have in social media. Like, you need to have the perfect life, you need to reach the things uh, faster in your life. And the way that I try to handle with this is sometimes to creating strategies to my life, to think about what is my goal. And I don't know, I think breaking down the little text is a way to me to handle when I want to achieve something. And about fear, I don't know. I think I try to writing about my fear, and to give me like to try to break my limits beliefs. Because sometimes when you have a bad experience about something, you keep in remember about that bad situation, and this holds you back. So I try to think about that limits belief, and try to change this and prove to myself that it's not like that, and try to find in my mind a different situation that I would the things that I want.
Perfect.
And you, Nayara?
Yes, I was thinking about this question, and well, I believe for me, I think it's different for each one, but for me, I don't feel all this pressure that people say about the social media, Instagram and TikTok and these things, because I don't put this pressure on myself. I'm just living my life, and I'm doing my best every day. So I don't have this problem. But sometimes talking about my job, I push myself sometimes too much. Like, I want to do something and I want to do my best every day, and sometimes it's not possible. So I don't know. Sometimes I just thinking that I know that I'm good enough, and I think it's important to be more confident. When we talking about to learn English, for example, I think the first thing that we need to learn, it's not about the grammar or about the pronunciation. It's about to feel more confident, because when you know that you can do something,
Yeah,
like, you grow a lot about everything in your life.
exactly.
So just stop to care about what the other people will think about you. You are doing everything that you can do now, because it's your moment, it's your time, and each one has your time to learn, to develop your skills. So yeah, sometimes people think that the social media, it's a fairy tale, but it's not. And
Great.
I think that what can I give some, if I could give you some tips, is that just relax, just enjoy this moment. And I know that sometimes it's not possible, because
Yeah,
it's not every day that it's a good day, but it's important to think positive sometimes, change your mentality and just go ahead.
yeah, perfect. Choose another person, please, Nayara.
Yes, for sure. Elia, I'm sorry, Alien, it's correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Alien, can you tell us a little bit about this question?
Ok. Eu consegui compreender essa aí, é muito tranquilo. E a sociedade em si, como foi falado aí, de fato influencia totalmente para a gente desenvolver hoje uma síndrome do impostor, principalmente dessa parte com relação a alguns social medias, enfim. E é daí onde vem aquela parte da gente duvidar da nossa própria capacidade. Então, é bem complicado. Principalmente no âmbito profissional, eu acho que hoje em dia está bem complicado. Eu não sei se alguém aqui faz parte da área de tecnologia, mas a gente sempre questiona muito o porquê de a gente estar ali, o porquê tanto outras pessoas tá mais para frente, e tipo, a gente começa a duvidar do nosso valor, até às vezes dentro da própria empresa. que cada um já passou por alguma situação parecida. Então, queira ou não, a sociedade demanda muito essa carga por cima da gente. Então, aí vem essa parte de desenvolver essa síndrome do impostor. Mas, em si, as estratégias que atualmente eu venho utilizando é justamente a primeira delas é a questão da autoconfiança. Então, autoconfiança em si, no que sei, no que eu sei que eu sou capaz, até também o que eu posso me desenvolver. Então, essa é uma das estratégias. E, queira ou não, é a parte de confiar mais em si. Então, nem sempre vamos supor, um pequeno momento ali da sua vida vai lhe definir para o restante da sua trajetória. Então, essa aí é a minha concepção quanto a isso.
Great, my
Mas não
friend.
é só na área da tecnologia, é o mundo corporativo num todo, assim. Eu trabalho na área administrativa, na área financeira, e, assim, um erro seu, você pode ter feito tudo certo a semana inteira, mas um erro seu, você vai receber aquilo na sua cara de uma forma
Catastrófico.
absurda, assim, como se
É
você
muito
fosse
mais
a pior pessoa do mundo.
faz muito mais parte da natureza humana, né, do que especificamente no campo de trabalho, né?
Sim,
É.
ser
Às
humano em
vezes,
si, né?
uh, well, Nayara, please choose another person. I could talk about that. Go ahead,
I
please.
think it's the Leticia time. Leticia, can you tell us?
Sure, Leticia.
So I think that we need to be aware about the comparison that we are doing, because
Yeah,
sometimes we are doing or suffering pressure of
uh,
unreal comparisons, you
yeah.
know?
Put yourself under pressure. No?
Yeah, it's crazy. And for example, I am 20 years old, and sometimes I think that I'm older to do something.
Yeah,
It's it's totally not health.
you have to decide something that you could divide or determine your life
Yes,
forever. It's not exactly right, but the
yes,
pressure about the society normally is that you have to decide, and the on your age is
yes,
I believe that any person have this mind, have this decision in your mind. It's rarely just there are some kids. I want to be, I don't know, a dancer. I don't know, astronaut. So it's not common.
yeah. And so you need to have a family, a work, and money when you be 25 years. Come on, it's crazy. And
Yeah,
but it's the society and it's the world that we live. So I think that the strategy, and I'm trying to do it in my daily, it's look at the things that I have already achieved and not just the things that I want to achieve. You know, I think the problem is we have the habit to look only to the future. I want this, but we
yeah,
forgot the things that we
the
had
present.
achieved, you know. And because when you look to the past, you see how you developed me over the years, you know. And you remember some years ago, I want to achieve something and I do it and I
Yeah,
did it. And I think it's a good strategy. And of course, social media is a place not so cool, but you need to deal with this because it's a common place today. Everyone has a social media. So I can only disappear. We need to deal with this, but not absorb only things, because the most things that I shared on social media, it's fake. It's a short part of life, you know.
yeah, exactly.
And I think it's important to follow the right person, you know, because sometimes it's just disconnect, it's just block or unfollow some people, you know, that it's not so important for you. So you don't need to watch this video or if you don't feel good with this, it's just stop it, you know, because I think we put the right people around us, and because this affect a lot our development. And if you want to achieve something like to speak in English, for example, it's important to follow these people that have the same goal as you. So sometimes I think it's a good way to do.
There are some education models, for example, United States, the people had classes just in the common mutual subjects. For example, I don't know, maths on other things. And in the last years of your college, you just I don't know, in the fourth year, I don't know, you have to decide the path. So as I told you, in Brazil, you have to decide around 70 years old. And so I'm an old guy, and I have a lot of doubts about my life. So it's not possible. And sometimes you are talk about some uh, profiles. Oh, this person is a shy or a freak. I don't know. And they normally is different. It's not exactly this person is not exactly shy, because depends on the situation. For example, I consider myself a shy person, but for example, I had to do a presentation, I won't face exact problems. But for example, if I'm are in a dating, I have more concerns. I face more problems about this specific thing. So in this case, it's not determined. Oh, your behavior or your personality is shy or is a freak, or I don't know. Depends. For example, I jump in my region. There are a bridge, and during my teenagerhood, I jump in the bridge, and this bridge until the water, I don't know, have 20 meters, or I don't know, maybe more. And well, I'm a courageous person if you comparing on others, but another person don't jump, certainly face some fears or putting yourselves in some movements that maybe I can't do this thing because I feel fear in the specific situations. So in this case, it's necessary to pay attention. Oh, I feel fear in this situation, but so in this case, I have to improve in this situation. But this feeling don't determine my personality for all of things. So I believe this is important to think, and that's weird. But early morning, I turn on the TV, and I was watching psychiatrist tell about this exact thing. And sometimes w- we wonder or imagine, create something in our mind, and this thing is uh, moving against with us because we put ourselves under pressure unnecessarily. So this case is a little weird. Well, let me skip for the next question, number 3. Uh, in what ways the feeling of inadequacy and the self-doubt hinder personal and the professional growth? Is a little thing about, it's the same topic that question number 2. What steps can be taken to address these emotions effectively? Yeah, Sometimes I don't know, you have a personality, and sometimes I don't know, you could see another group of peoples, and these peoples are different of you. If you compare with you, I don't know, richer or smarter, I don't know, and suddenly you feel this kind of feeling inadequacy, and the most part of time is just your imagination. It's not real. The people don't think about you. Oh, this guy is not smart or is not intelligent. Sometimes, the most part of the time, the people have feel fear about your intelligence or another qualities, and you became terrified because of the situation. And the both sides have fear or feel in the crisis about this another group. So, and sometimes it's necessary to stop a while, breathe deeply, and try to feel or try to see clearly about a specific situation. Because the most part of the time is the people feel a lot of feelings and they don't think about it. Is real or not? So is suddenly you notice something, and it became much became more confident about a specific situation. Angel Leticia, could you tell me something about us?
I think that we are doing a big mistake when we want to be perfect in all sides of our life, you know?
Exactly.
And for example, sometimes we are so focused and try to improve something that we are not so good instead of realize the things that we are good, you know? So it's not a wasting time, but for example, at school, I'm good in history, but I'm not so good in math.
Yeah.
And it's the end of the world because only people who know how to deal with math is smart. And it's not that. And I think that it's connected to professional growth because sometimes we are trying to rising up in areas that are not our areas, you know.
Yeah.
I know that in real life, sometimes we need to work with things that we don't like, but um, when you have the possibility to develop the things that we like and things that we are good, it's a great opportunity. And I don't know, it's not a resolution of all problems, but I think when you know about ourselves, a lot of things can be more easier, you know. So when I know what I am, what things I like to do, what are my goals, my qualities, my defects, I don't know, I think self knowledge, it's a good tool to deal with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Wonderful. Choose another person, Leticia, please.
Nayara.
Yes, I can agree more, Leticia. You said everything, and I believe that it's really important to know more about yourself. And talking about me, I do therapy, and I think this helped me a lot.
Yeah.
And I just try to focus in what I want. And yeah, I think just to disconnect sometimes for me it's important, just
Yeah.
to if I want to achieve something, I will focus in this. And it's just that it's not so difficult. I think sometimes people like to complain there are kind of people that love to complain about everything. Like, I don't feel welcome in this place. I'm not good with this environment, and I feel that I'm not growing. But what are you doing to change your life? I think it's important to think in what you can do now, because people say that, oh, I don't have money to study, or I don't have time, but they have time to watch videos on TikTok, but they don't have time to study. And and I think we need to know who we are. I think it's important, but it's important to do something about this. And yes, this is that what I'm trying to do every day. And when I feel that I'm not so good, for example, I'm trying to go to the gym at least at least 3 times on week. But sometimes I feel like I'm not feeling good. I'm exhausted about my
Every
job.
day, every day.
Yes, but there are days that I'm better, that I can say that, oh, now I feel good. I can go to the gym. It's not a problem. But there are days that it's not like that. I'm not feeling good, and it's okay. Today I'm gonna rest, and I just want to take a shower and go to the bed, and it's okay, because I respect my body. I respect my mind.
Yeah,
And yeah, I think is that to know, like Leticia said, to know more about yourself and understand that each one has your time to learn, to grow,
yeah,
and yeah, that's it. Just
yeah.
stop to care about what the others will think
I
about you.
can't.
Here in Brazil, we say that liga o botãozinho do foda-se, às vezes, é muito bom, muito bom.
Yeah, I can't understand this kind of people. Wake up 5 o'clock in the morning and they go to the gym. I hate these people. Just kidding, my friend. Just kidding, just kidding. Because I never, I never be this kind of people. And for me, go to the gym is always a terrible situation in my life. I go almost every day, uh, and the 5 times a week, but it's always I go to the gym and my soul keep it in my house watching Netflix and eat chocolate. That's always the same situation. And you, my friend Elian, could you tell me something?
É, falando um pouco, mas aí eu acho que todo mundo sempre passa, né, por essa parte desses sentimentos ruins aí. Mas assim, os, as minhas formas de lidar com isso é justamente, principalmente naqueles dias que eu fico totalmente estagnado, então acho que tem dia que é impossível que
Yeah,
quando é afetado assim de forma muito negativa, né, dizendo. Então, o que eu procuro lidar é justamente, como já foi falado aí, essa parte mais de desligar um pouco mesmo, é, em tudo que envolve essa parte mais técnica da vida aí. Gosto de ir à academia também, eu acho que é uma coisa que me ajuda muito, mas não às 5 da manhã, então é uma coisa que pra mim já não é como se eu não sei qual é o ser humano que é feliz, que vai às
é,
5 da manhã. Perdão,
I
tá?
can't
Se pra
understand, but
alguém.
I
Isso,
respect.
Mas sabe que eu não consigo ir de manhã. De manhã não é o meu momento para fazer
É,
atividade física. Eu gosto de final do dia. Então,
mas
assim, eu
mas esse não é
sei
o
pronto, eu
que.
problema,
também.
né? Em algum momento do dia tu gosta de ir, e eu não. De manhã, de tarde, de noite eu odeio. De madrugada eu durmo, então
But,
tem jeito.
but I believe that it's not something that I like. Não é uma coisa que eu gosto, but it's
Sim,
something that I need because my
Yeah,
body
exactly,
needs to exercise.
exactly. It's totally agree
justamente.
with you. Is not a option, né? It's
Yeah,
like drink water. Is
yeah, yeah.
É,
unfortunately or not is necessary.
mas é como disse, se fosse para escolher, claro que eu preferia beber um drink, né? Óbvio, não ir pra academia, mas não é uma coisa que eu gosto, mas é uma coisa assim que eu me
É,
obrigo. E como a Nayara falou, eu também prefiro ir ao final do dia. Então, é uma das formas assim que de lidar com essas emoções e fugir um pouco assim da realidade. Então, como eu falei, né, I like to travel, então viajar para mim é uma das outras formas que me ajuda bastante,
Mhm.
até para fazer meio que aquela parte do exame de consciência. Então, eu acho que é sempre
Yeah.
bom. E para a
The
gente ver o quanto a
balance
gente
is
está ser cobrado.
is the key of life.
Justamente. Então, eu acho que na vida tudo tem que ter um equilíbrio.
Yeah.
Então, essas são as minhas formas. E, como eu falei, tipo, tem dias que você fica ali estagnado porque eu acho que você pensa muito. Então, a cabeça começa a pesar, a mente começa a pesar. E essa é a forma que eu procuro mais lidar. Somente
Yeah.
atualmente que as coisas estão um pouco mais assim, cada vez mais aceleradas. Então, como
Exato.
também foi falado antes, tenho 22 anos, mas eu me cobro como se eu tivesse que ter uma vida como se tivesse bem já
Yeah.
mais pra frente. Então, é um mal isso aí. Nem sempre é bom. Tem a parte dos bônus, mas também tem um ônus.
Yeah.
Então, tudo é uma constante aí.
The next immersion, the topic is about your that you told information overload.
Yeah.
And you, Jessica, could you answer this question?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think we pass a lot of anxiety and feelings, and we need to take care of it. Like sometimes I feel really overwhelmed, and to me, the way that I handle with this is trying to get out of my room because I feel like when I work in my room, and I have been feeling all of this pressure, all of these things keeping overthinking about the same situation. If I not take myself out of the situation, out of my room, I'm going to keep myself in the place that is going to keep me remember me of that thing. So I'm going to keep doing the same thing. And sometimes when I go out of my room, or make I don't know, distract my mind of that feelings, of that thoughts, of that situation, I can thinking better and I can solve the problem instead of just be stuck in the problem and like Nayara say being like complaining about that thing and not changing anything. Sometimes you just need to take your mind out of the situation and then you can relax and thinking better because I think when we take any tools when you're not when you feel under the pressure or when you feel like afraid and when you feel not good in that moment, it's not the good choice. It's normally something that I could regret after.
Yeah, I agree, totally agree. Uh, I don't know, we don't have enough time, but let me try to introduce something about the question number 4, about the culture factors. For example, I believe always think about when you think about Oriental people, is people more shy, more low profile, and sometimes I try to understand that that's weird for me because I'm a Latin, I'm a Brazilian, so in this case is another kind of culture. So how is it possible for these people feel happy sometimes? For the other hand, about Brazilians, sometimes is always an obligation. You have to feel happy every time. So I believe that this kind of situation is a negative point about our culture. Is common. Well, you are a Brazilian, so in this case, you always feel happiness. So, and this is not possible. So, well, could you tell something about it, Jessica? Please, could you be short words because is you don't have enough time.
Okay. I think when we think about cultural factors, I remember of Korea and Japan that they have fears, they have a lot of problems, and they don't are able to express their fear in the country. So it's totally instead of Brazil because here we need to be happy, and there they don't have access to like express their feelings. And it's a reason because a lot of people's dying, and yeah, I think that's all.
Yeah. And Julia?
Eu acho que, assim, como bem citado, como brasileiro, né? Como dizer aquela frase que o brasileiro às vezes toma na cara do perigo. É impossível, acho que é, a gente, embora a gente esteja com problemas, ou sempre questão de medo, enfim, mas eu acho que a cultura influencia bastante, principalmente ser brasileiro assim como um todo, eu digo mais assim com relação também formas de vivência com relação à minha região. Então, tem uma cultura muito forte que a gente sempre vai ter problema, então, tipo, beleza, mas sempre vai ter uma forma da gente poder lidar com isso. Então, foca na parte ruim. Às vezes você tá ali, tipo, vou dizer, uma expressão assim mais brasileira, na merda, mas tipo, mas o que importa é ser feliz. Então, tipo, você começa a ver também situações de outras pessoas. Então, eu poderia estar ali, então, hoje eu tô dessa forma, mas tem gente que tá pior. Então, tipo, é sempre assim. Eu acho que a gente sempre costuma pensar assim. Então, é uma forma de lidar, né, com as coisas e também se adaptar. Então, eu acho que essa é a forma de influenciar. E como eu falei, o brasileiro tem aquele estereótipo de que tudo no Brasil virou uma festa, tudo no Brasil é um motivo para uma festa. Então, qualquer coisinha que você vê, então, embora esteja tudo um caos, mas tem um pezinho ali para dizer, essa aqui é a oportunidade de tomar uma cerveja, essa aqui é uma oportunidade de curtir qualquer coisa que seja relacionada a virar um motivo de manifestação assim, é, mais amigável, no caso.
Yeah.
E eu digo também que eu, como você falou, né? Acho que como você falou que já veio aqui também, então já veio aqui pra festa, então tudo aqui, principalmente no São João, nessa época de junho, que é bem forte, tudo é motivo pra festa. Tipo, é um mês inteiro pra festa. Tipo,
Yeah.
começou ontem, pra você ter ideia, começou a partir de ontem, tudo que rege em relação à festa. Lançamento, então, tipo, tudo a partir de ontem já tava, tipo assim, a cidade só respira isso. Então,
Yeah.
qualquer coisinha, qualquer motivinho é motivo para isso. Então, essa expressão cultural, ela é bastante, assim, tipo, influencia diretamente nesse sentido.
Great. Nayara, please.
Um, yes, and but I have I want to say something. I don't know if it's about the culture, but I think the way you deal with your feelings now that you are adult, it's more related to education that you had when you were a child, because I was always a shy person, like a shy kid when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And because my parents never gave me the space to talk, I don't have this opportunity to talking about my feelings, because my parents was very straight, I think it's straight, eram muito rígidos with me. For example, my father always says to
Strict.
me, "Oh, you need to study. It's our obligation. Just study, and you don't need to socialize with people and these things. You just need to study and think about your future, and
Yeah,
that's it."
yeah.
You know,
It's an
so
important ability too. Huh?
yes, but if I had this opportunity to talk more about my feelings, about my everything that I am afraid about it, so now that I'm a adult person, I will know how to deal with this sensation, to deal when I need to give a presentation or to talking about myself. And I think it's so important to say this: when you are a child, if you are a mother or father, it's important to talk with your kid, to develop your ability to express your feelings. And yeah, I think this is more about your childhood education than culture factors.
Yeah. Leticia, please.
So I really like this question because remember me about amazing book, Fatigue Society, Sociedade do Cansaço.
Yeah, I
Because
read this
in
book.
TED, it's amazing. The writer say that in this globalized model that we live, we are not allowed to feel scared, to feel tired. You know, you can buy anything, includes your happiness. So we don't have the opportunity to feel tired, to feel unsatisfied with something, because we always need to be happy and to be grateful, and because we don't have the opportunity to stop. We are always need to be producing something, to be happiness, to be buying something. And I think it's a kind of global culture, especially in these recently generations, and it's a really problematic thing. And I don't know how it will be in the future. I think
Yeah,
better than now.
great. Well, I, I let me just say bye for the people on YouTube. Have a